Chapter 21 Brother Mu Chen, are you a soul beast? Please recommend and collect. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiao Wu, the branch of the nodding city Wuhuan Hall is in front. After leaving the Junior Soul Master Academy of Nodding City, Wang Sheng and others now have money thanks to Mu Chen. They went to spend money one by one. As for Mu Chen and Xiao Wu, if they come to the branch of Nodding City and register as a Soul Master, they can receive an allowance of 10 gold soul coins every month. 10 gold soul coins are not much, but for the poor Xiao Wu and Mu Chen now, they can eat delicious food every day and wear beautiful clothes. Yeah. Xiao Wu nodded. Xiao Wu, what's wrong with you? Why are you so worried all the way? Mu Chen asked with concern. Xiao Wu looked at Mu Chen and seemed to have made up her mind. She asked, Brother Mu Chen, come with me. I have something to say to you. What is it? Can't we say it over there? Xiao Wu. Mu Chen was still curious, but Xiao Wu had already pulled him to a corner where no one was. Xiao Wu, what do you want to tell me? Mu Chen asked curiously. Brother Mu Chen, are you also a soul beast? Xiao Wu asked. Soul beast? Mu Chen looked surprised. Yes. You don't have to hide it from me. You got the soul ring without killing the soul beast. Only soul beasts that have transformed into human form can do this. But, I'm not sure, because I haven't seen a soul beast whose martial soul is a sword. Xiao Wu looked at Mu Chen with a puzzled look. Xiao Wu, do you mean that you are a soul beast? Mu Chen asked knowingly. Yes. Xiao Wu nodded. Can soul beasts also transform into human form? Mu Chen continued to ask knowingly. Yes, as long as they have a cultivation base of more than 100,000 years, soul beasts can transform into human form. But to truly become a human, they need to reach maturity. Xiao Wu answered, paused, and asked, Brother Mu Chen, what do you mean by asking this? Aren't you a soul beast? Yes, I am a human. Mu Chen nodded. Human. Xiao Wu looked surprised, and took a step back. Questioned, soul masters want to obtain soul rings only by hunting soul beasts. How can you obtain soul rings if you don't hunt soul beasts? Because, I have the test of the gods. Mu Chen replied. The test of the gods? Xiao Wu was even more confused. She had heard of the dragon god, but not the test of the gods. Yes. After passing the test of the gods, you can also obtain soul rings. Mu Chen nodded. Can it be like this? Xiao Wu looked surprised. Yes. Mu Chen nodded. Xiao Wu. Xiao Wu looked at Mu Chen, clenched her hands, and instinctively took another step back. Said, do you really want to kill me now? Is it because of the soul ring and soul bone with a time limit of 100,000 years? Mu Chen smiled. Isn't it? Xiao Wu asked back. Mu Chen stretched out his hand, flicked Xiao Wu's forehead, and smiled and scolded, silly girl, what are you thinking? I am your brother Mu Chen, how could I kill you? You won't kill me? Xiao Wu questioned. Well, not only will I not kill you. If anyone wants to kill you, please step over my body. Mu Chen said seriously. Are you serious? Xiao Wu looked at Mu Chen innocently, moved. Well. Mu Chen nodded heavily. After a pause, in order to capture Xiao Wu, he said, Xiao Wu, thank you. Thank me for what? Xiao Wu asked. Thank you for always being with me. Mu Chen thanked. You're welcome, you've always been with me. Xiao Wu smiled. Xiao Wu, I have no relatives. My parents died when I was very young. I have always wanted a sister. Are you willing to be my sister? Mu Chen stared at Xiao Wu and asked very seriously. Originally, Mu Chen disdained to say such words. But now Xiao Wu's identity has been exposed. In order to dispel Xiao Wu's hostility towards Mu Chen can only speak the lines of the protagonist of Douluo. You don't want to. No, I do. Xiao Wu said anxiously. Okay, from now on, you are my sister. Mu Chen said with a smile. Why is it a sister, can't it be an elder sister? I only want to be an elder sister, not a younger sister. Xiao Wu said. That won't work. You just promised me. Don't regret it. That was just my quick words just now. Well, Xiao Wu, let me ask you a question. Are you willing to be my sister? I really want to have a relative. Mu Chen said solemnly. Xiao Wu hesitated. I am just a poor man. I can't give you wealth or power. But I can promise you. I will always protect my sister and won't let her get hurt. If someone wants to kill you and I can't beat them, then please let them step over my body. Mu Chen said solemnly. Brother. Thank you, sister. Mu Chen was very excited, and he had already conquered Xiao Wu. In Mu Chen's life, he admired four men the most: King Zhou, who played with the fox, Ning Kaichen, who was possessed by the ghost, Su Xian, who played with the snake, and Tang Hao, who didn't even let go of the grass. Now, it's Mu Chen's turn to travel through time, and he can finally set a precedent for the rabbit. Excited, Mu Chen took Xiao Wu into his arms. Ding dong. The host and Xiao Wu hug for the first time. Reward soul power, 5,000 points. What, system, what are you talking about? I gained 5,000 points of soul power. Mu Chen was secretly shocked. He just hugged Xiao Wu and got 2,000 points of soul power. Name, Mu Chen. Age, 6 years old. Level 11, 6040/7040, martial spirit, chaos sword, soul ring, yellow, soul skill, the melody of the awakening of the earth, skill points, 0 points, supernatural power, Magatama Sharingan, self-created soul skill, Bajabang, second level of dark power, money, 30 copper soul coins, 2,000 gold soul coins. Shocked, Mu Chen opened the personal attributes interface. On the personal attribute interface, he saw that his soul power had increased by 5,000 points. I wipe it. Mu Chen was secretly stunned. He gained 5,000 points of soul power with just a hug. Then if you kiss Xiao Wu, how much reward will you get? Xiao Wu broke away from Mu Chen's arms, blushing and murmured, Can I not call you brother? Why? Mu Chen was overjoyed. Xiao Wu must have fallen in love with him. After all, I am also a 100,000-year-old soul beast. I can be your grandma. Even the Ming dynasty and the Ming dynasty have to call me Sister Xiao Wu. If they know about it, I will call you brother. What do you want them to do? Look at me. Xiao Wu said. Okay, you can call me Mu Chen, Boss Mu, or Brother Mu Chen. As long as I know in my heart that you are my sister. Mu Chen smiled, stretched out his hand, and boldly held Xiao Wu's hand delicately. The silky touch made Mu Chen's mind sway, and he said, Let's go to the Wuhuan Hall to register. Soul power plus 6. Soul power plus 6. Soul power plus 6. Mu Chen continued to hold Xiao Wu's hand. Mu Chen was surprised to find that his soul power was increasing at a slow rate. The system he was bound to allowed him to gain soul power even by picking up girls. Chapter 22. I'll pay for the rent. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding dong. Congratulations, you have completed the first test of the Chaos God test and have stayed in the Junior Soul Master Academy of Nodding City for 6 years. As a reward, you will receive a soul ring with 1,000 years of divine power. Ding dong. Congratulations, you have completed the first test of the Chaos God test and received an additional reward from the system. The age of the first soul ring has increased by 677 years. 6 years later, the Kingdom of Barak, located at the border between the Heaven Do Empire and the Fasno Province, is the gateway to the Heaven Do Empire. In the Kingdom of Barak, there are 2 important cities. One is the capital of the Kingdom of Barak, and the other is Soto City, known as the Granary of Barak. In Soto City, there is a third-level building of the Wuhuan Hall, the Wuhuan Main Hall. It is enough to see the prosperity and importance of Soto City. It was a hot summer, and the sun was scorching. 3 young people walked into the west gate of Soto City. They looked only 11 or 12 years old, 2 men and 1 woman, and they did not carry any gifts. The 2 boys were about 1.7 meters tall, one in a light blue suit, the other in a black suit. They were both handsome and approachable. As for the girl, she was quite special. Her long light brown hair was braided into a scorpion braid that reached her hips. She was wearing a pink dress and looked young. When she walked, she looked like she was bouncing around, which always made her round hips swing in an attractive arc. Tang San will only accompany you here, Muchen suddenly said. Sister Xiaowu, Boss Mu, are you really not going to Shrek Academy with me? Tang San asked. Wherever Brother Muchen goes, I'll go, Xiaowu said with a smile. No, Muchen replied. What are your plans next? Tang San asked with concern. We are still young, so let's go with the flow. While we are still young, I want to take Xiaowu around. Muchen looked at Xiaowu. Xiaowu is the soul beast incarnated by the 100,000-year-old soft-bone rabbit. As long as there are no soul Douluos and titled Douluos, they can go there if they want. As for Shrek Academy, Muchen is really not interested. There is no need to enter Shrek Academy. Muchen has a system and has obtained the divine test of the Chaos God. He is very familiar with martial souls, soul rings and soul skills. There is no need to go to any academy to study and accept others' education. Xiaowu is also the incarnation of the 100,000-year-old soft-bone rabbit. She can obtain soul rings suitable for her without hunting soul beasts. Therefore, Xiaowu does not need to enter the academy. Waiting for the right time, Muchen wants to take Xiaowu to the Killing City to obtain the Killing God domain. As for Bibi Dong of the Wuhuan Hall wanting to establish the Wuhuan Empire and the catastrophe of the upper 3 sects, Muchen is not interested at all. A person who will become a god in the future, can his vision only stay on this small Douluo star? Okay, you've made up your mind, so I won't force you. See you later. Come to Shrek Academy to see me more often when you have time, Tang San said. Yeah, okay. Muchen nodded. After Tang San left, Muchen reached out and held Xiaowu's hand as if no one was around. Xiaowu struggled for a while, but saw that Muchen would not let go of her hand. Helplessly, she could only let Muchen hold it. Brother, where are we going next? Xiaowu asked curiously. There were obviously several intermediate Soul Master academies that unconditionally recruited Xiaowu and Muchen. However, Muchen rejected them all. One of the academies was the Royal Intermediate Soul Master Academy of the Tiando Empire. Xiaowu, do you really want to go to Shrek Academy? Muchen asked. I won't go. Shrek Academy doesn't even have a level division. I don't know what's wrong with Xiao San. She actually agreed to the master and entered the broken Shrek Academy. Well, the master's brain is also a hole. As a teacher, he actually wants students to enter such a broken school to study. Xiaowu replied. Hearing this, Mu Chen just laughed. Knowing everything about Douluo, Mu Chen knew that Yu Xiaojiang's brain was not a hole. Yu Xiaojiang is only a level 30 Great Soul Master. With this kind of strength, it's okay to be placed in the primary Soul Master Academy. But if he enters the Intermediate Soul Master Academy, especially the Advanced Soul Master Academy, others may not even let him in. Before Yu Xiaojiang's 10 Martial Soul Mimicry Core competition theory was verified, he, Yu Xiaojiang, was a laughingstock in the eyes of others. Only Shrek Academy, founded by his former partner Flanders, would accept him unconditionally. Yu Xiaojiang had nowhere to go, so he had to enter Shrek Academy. Brother, do you feel sorry for me in your heart? Xiaowu asked with a smile. Well, I guess so, Muchen said calmly. That's easy. I see that Soto City is developing well, and I think there will be many places to play and eat. If you feel embarrassed, then accompany me here to have a good walk, Xiaowu said. Okay, no problem, Muchen responded without hesitation. He couldn't ask for more with a beautiful woman. I'm tired after walking for a long time. Let's find a place to stay, Xiaowu suggested. Okay. Muchen didn't have any worries. That's it, Rose Hotel. Xiao Wu pointed to a building with red as the main color at the end of the street. Ah. No need. Mu Chen said in surprise. Why, you regret it so soon? Don't worry, I'll pay this time. Xiao Wu said generously. What? You pay? Mu Chen said in surprise. Yes. I have saved a lot of money in the past 6 years. Don't look down on us girls. We girls are better at saving money than you boys. Let's go. Xiao Wu said proudly, Mu Chen. Mu Chen was stunned. Xiao Wu paid for the room and stayed at the Rose Hotel. In his heart, why did he feel like he was being prostituted? Entering the hotel, almost all men and women were in pairs. The layout of the hotel is mainly red, supplemented by gold. Elegant and noble. How about it, my vision is not bad. Xiao Wu proudly asked for credit. She was inexperienced and probably didn't know what kind of hotel this was. You are so lucky. There is only one room left in this hotel. If you come later, there will be no more. Keep it, this is the key to room 1314. Xiao Wu paid the money, and the waiter at the hotel counter handed the key to Xiao Wu with a smile. Wait, before Xiao Wu took the key, a crisp voice came from behind Xiao Wu. See, a blond man walked in, holding a pair of twins on both sides. The man was about 1.8 meters tall, with broad shoulders and a handsome face with a bit of fortitude. His long golden hair was scattered behind his back, reaching down to his waist. His eyes were evil, with double pupils, deep blue eyes, and there was a kind of coldness from the depths of his heart. When they were half open, evil light flashed. Mu Chen knew that this playful man was Dai Mubai, the third prince of the Xinglua Empire. Ding dong. Congratulations, you have met Dai Mubai. The system has released the second test of the Chaos God test, being invited to the Shrek Academy. Chapter 23 The Difficult Second Test of Chaos. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What? Mu Chen thought he had heard it wrong and asked, System, what did you say? The second test of the Chaos God examination requires that Shrek Academy invite you into the academy. Yes, host. No, are you sure you want to apply instead of entering Shrek Academy directly? The system has determined that you need to be invited to Shrek Academy. The Chaos God is a great god in the God realm. How can every test of the Chaos God exam be easily completed? Well. Mu Chen secretly stuttered, fell into deep thought, and began to wonder how he could be invited into Shrek Academy. Name, Mu Chen, age, 12 years old, level 28, 6040/53480, martial spirit, chaos sword, soul skill, none, skill points, 0 points, supernatural power, Magatama Sharingan, self-created soul skill, Bajabang, second level of dark power, soul ring, purple, money, 30 copper soul coins, 10,000 gold soul coins. Looking at the personal attribute interface, Mu Chen has nothing but a little money. If you just enter Shrek Academy, it would be too easy. With his current age of 12 and level 28 soul power, he is enough to enter Shrek Academy. However, the content of the assessment is for him to be invited to Shrek Academy. This is very difficult. In the past 6 years, Mu Chen has not triggered any other hidden tasks. Therefore, the magical power is still the Magatama Sharingan, and the self-created soul skill is only Bajabang. As for the level 28 soul power, most of it was obtained by taking advantage of Xiao Wu. Ding dong. Congratulations, you triggered the second test of chaos. Beat up Dai Mubai and save room 1314 for Xiao Wu. Are you new here? Dai Mubai looked at the waiter at the counter. You are. The waiter at the counter looked Dai Mubai up and down. It was only his third day at work, and indeed he had never seen Dai Mubai. Boom, Dai Mubai's palm struck the table. Said, who in this hotel doesn't know that room 1314 is my exclusive room, and you actually gave it to someone else? Master, I don't have a record here, and no one paid the deposit. That's why I gave the room to someone else. If you like our hotel, you are welcome to come early tomorrow to book a room. The waiter at the counter said with a smile. Tomorrow? I have to book a room now. Forget it, you can't make the decision. Ask your manager to come out. Mubai scolded, 2 twins came today, still a baby. Even if you ask him to wait for another day, he won't be able to wait any longer. Every part of his body can't wait to go to the battlefield. Hey, we were here first. Xiao Wu said. So what? Mubai said calmly. No matter what, get out of here quickly. Xiao Wu said with sharp eyes. Ha, very good, you dare to talk to me like this. Mubai smiled, looked at Mu Chen and Xiao Wu up and down, and said confidently, I think you are also soul masters. Come on, come together. I will give me a chance to get out. Or, please show me the meaning of the word get out. No. You guys, no, 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 no. At this moment, a young man who looked like a successful man trotted up to the middle of Xiao Wu, Mu Chen and Mubai, and said quickly, You 3, if you have something to say it well. If you have something to say it well. Snort. Mubai smiled disdainfully and said proudly, Manager Wang, you are really getting better and better at doing business. Master Dai, please don't say that. The new subordinates don't understand the rules. You are a noble, there is no need to argue with a servant. I'm sorry, Master Dai, I'm sorry. Manager Wang nodded and bowed, and kept saying to Mu apologizing in vain. Turning to look at Xiao Wu and Mu Chen, he said coquettishly, You 2, that room is reserved for Mr. Dai. Why don't you 2 go stay somewhere else for one night? In order to compensate you for your losses, I will give you 2 for the inconvenience caused, our hotel is willing to pay double the room price for you. We won't give in. We look down upon others. Don't think that we are easy to bully when we are young. If you have the ability, just kick us out. Xiao Wu put her hands on her hips, looking down on people like Manager Wang who bully the weak and fear the strong. This. Manager Wang was embarrassed. If the guests were kicked out on the spot, how could the hotel do business? Manager Wang was at a loss and looked at Mubai's with innocent eyes. The whole thing was entirely Mubai's fault. Snort. Mubai snorted lightly, stepped forward, and said, Even if you want to give me your room now, it's not that easy. You 2. Mr. Dai, you 2 guests, you should quickly admit your mistake to Mr. Dai. It's not that I bully you, but that Mr. Dai is not someone to be trifled with at all. He is a soul master. Manager Wang said anxiously. What about the soul master? Can the soul master just bully people? Xiao Wu shouted softly. You 2. Stop talking nonsense, all losses are mine. Before Manager Wang could finish speaking, Mubai had already walked out. Being forced to enter Shrek Academy and stay away from the Star Do royal family made him feel bad in his heart. Taking advantage of this opportunity is just the right time to vent. Come on. Why, you were so aggressive just now that you wanted to fight, but now you don't dare to come. Mubai provoked. I'll do it. As soon as Xiao Wu took a step forward, Mu Chen reached out to stop her. Why, I'll do it myself. I'll beat him into a pig's head. Xiao Wu said. Okay, I'll beat him into a pig's head. Mu Chen had an intriguing arc at the corner of his mouth. I mean, I'll do it myself. Xiao Wu said. I said I'll always protect you. Anyone who wants to hurt you must get past me first. I'm not just talking. Mu Chen stared at Xiao Wu and said seriously word by word. Xiao Wu looked into Mu Chen's eyes and felt a warm current in her heart. You don't have to fight, just go together. Mubai was already impatient and urged Xiao Wu and Mu Chen. I'm enough to deal with you alone. Mu Chen smiled. Brother, be careful. Xiao Wu nodded in compromise. Yeah. Mu Chen nodded and walked to the center of the hall. Use your martial soul. You dare to be so arrogant, I guess you are also a soul master. Mubai urged. I don't even need to use my martial spirit to deal with you. Come on. Mu Chen urged. How shameless, Mubai was furious. Before the fight, he did not forget to flick his bangs with his fingers. Immediately, he stepped hard with his feet and flew into the air. Good guy, he jumped 7 or 8 meters in one jump, and in the blink of an eye, his fist had already hit Mu Chen's face. I have to say that Mubai's attack was very handsome. However, if you show off in front of Mu Chen, there will only be one end. Mu Chen moved slightly to the side to avoid Mubai's fist. At the same time, he quickly raised his right foot and kicked Mubai in the abdomen. Kicked Mubai away. The exquisite sofa collapsed along the way, shocked. Except for Xiao Wu, the people in the hotel lobby looked at Mu Chen with their mouths in an O shape. Mubai is a great soul master who has taught many dandies a lesson. Now, he was defeated by another child with one kick. Soul power plus 1000 points. Due to the shock of these people, plus Mubai's shock, the system harvested a total of 1000 emotional points for Mu Chen. Mu Chen's soul power increased by 1000 points. Chapter 24 Evil-Eyed White Tiger, Mubai. You are listening at novelfull.audio. My mahogany table and chairs. Manager Wang felt painful. I'll pay. Mubai replied without hesitation, but his eyes fell on Mu Chen, as a typical dandy, especially wanting to leave an impression of being too dandy to be used by his brother. Mubai bullied others a lot on weekdays, including some arrogant soul masters. However, Mubai had never been defeated like this. You are strong, you are qualified to be my opponent. Mubai looked at Mu Chen seriously. Unfortunately, you are not qualified to be my opponent. Mu Chen said lightly, Mubai. Mubai was stunned and stopped moving forward. Mubai already felt that he was very arrogant, but he didn't expect that the peers in front of him were even more arrogant than him. Soul power plus 600. With Mu Chen's pretense, Mubai's soul power was harvested again by 600 points. I'm afraid that even Mu Chen didn't realize it. Since he had the chaos system that could harvest emotions, he has been going further and further on the road of pretending. Really? Mubai narrowed his eyes. Mubai attacked Mu Chen, kicking, punching, and hitting with his arms. Every attack he made was very smooth. Every move and every style would bring up a sound of breaking wind. It can be imagined that they all contain strong attack power. Bang! Mubai was knocked away. The vase fell to the ground. My vase. I'll pay. Bang! Mubai was knocked away. The wooden chair was broken by a kick. My wooden chair. I'll pay. Bang! Mubai was knocked away. The revolving door of the hotel was broken. My door. I'll pay. Mu Chen, who quietly used the Sharingan, was not at the level that Mubai could compete with. The battle had only lasted for 4 or 5 minutes, but the hotel was in a mess. Since Mu Chen did not use his spirit, Mubai, who was afraid of the proud character, did not use his spirit either. Bang! Once again, Mubai was kicked away by Mu Chen. He landed heavily on the hotel counter, smashing not only the counter but also the equipment on it. I'll pay. Before the hotel manager Wang could speak, Mubai answered first. All the losses today will be charged to me. Do you want to continue? Mu Chen looked at Mubai, who stood up again, and asked with a slight smile. You can force me to use my spirit power, so I lost this game. However, how can I be willing if I don't compete with you? White Tiger, possess me. A pale light suddenly burst out from Mubai's body. Mubai's body began to change slightly. First, his arms began to stretch to both sides. His chest was straightened, and the bones of his whole body made a creaking sound. Even the muscles under his clothes were bulging very obviously. In addition, Mubai's blonde hair turned black and white. 4 faint lines appeared on his forehead, 3 horizontal and 1 vertical, which was a word king. 3 soul rings, 2 yellow and 1 purple, rose under Mubai's feet. The pale soul power condensed into an upright white tiger behind him. Tiger? 1,000-year soul ring? The other 2 soul rings are still 100-year soul rings. He is actually a soul master of more than 30 levels. Mubai, who showed his martial soul and soul ring, caused the audience in the hotel lobby to sigh. At the same time, he looked at Mu Chen with curiosity. In the previous battle, Mu Chen crushed Mubai. So, what is Mu Chen's martial soul, what level of soul power is it, and what age of soul ring does it have? Mubai, martial soul white tiger. 37 level fighting soul master, please teach me. Mubai said with a hint of pride. Come on. Mu Chen said lightly. You don't use your martial soul. Mubai said in astonishment. Of course, I just said that I don't need to use my martial soul to deal with you. Mu Chen said confidently. What? Facing a level 37 war soul master, that young man actually said that he could not use his martial soul. Is he a titled Douluo? Not only Mubai was astonished, but even the surrounding spectators looked at Mu Chen in astonishment. They even mocked Mu Chen with the title Douluo. In their opinion, who does Mu Chen think he is? He is too ignorant. Soul power plus 800. Due to the ridicule, astonishment, and contempt of these people, Mu Chen harvested another 800 points of emotional points of soul power. Are you sure? Mubai's eyes reported. I am sure. Mu Chen nodded slightly. Okay, let me see what else is special about you. Mubai was angry. As a monster of Shrek Academy, he deeply felt that his pride was challenged. One Magatama Sharingan.hu.hu. Mubai, who used his martial spirit and soul power, became faster and stronger. However, Mu Chen did not fight him head-on. The Sharingan is not an ordinary ability. It has powerful abilities such as observation, copying, and hypnosis. The holder has extraordinary insight, can observe the flow of soul power, can cast and see through illusions, and copy physical skills and soul skills. Mu Chen, who has the Sharingan, is just Mubai with level 37 soul power, especially the close-range strong attack type, and can do nothing to Mu Chen. After fighting for about 10 minutes, the two fought back and forth. Mubai not only did not force Mu Chen to use his martial spirit, but he exhausted himself. Where are you going? Mubai's second soul ring lit up with yellow light. Second soul skill, white tiger fierce light wave. A ball of milky white light sprayed towards Mu Chen. Mu Chen, who had already sensed the flow of soul power, simply turned slightly and easily dodged the attack of the light ball. Sorry, I didn't hit it. Mu Chen said with a grin. Mubai was slightly stunned. Mu Chen's playful appearance almost made him want to vomit blood. Today, if I only had 2 soul skills, I would have lost. Sorry, I have 3 soul skills. Mubai's eyes drooped slightly, and the third soul ring around him lit up with purple light. Third soul skill, white tiger Vajra transformation. Mubai's body muscles began to swell. Black horizontal lines appeared on his skin. His palms, body and other parts became half bigger. His bulging muscles tore through all his clothes, turning him into a big guy. Mubai used his third soul skill, and a strong shock wave spread out from him to the surroundings. Clang, with a crisp sound, the 18-story chandelier in the hall fell to the ground and shattered. Is this the 1,000-year soul ring? The onlookers around looked at Mubai with horror. I am now using the White Tiger King Kong transformation. My third soul skill can double all my attributes. You can force me to use the third soul skill, and I will lose this game. Mubai put away his martial soul and said proudly, if someone bullies you at Shrek Academy, report my name to Mubai, the evil-eyed white tiger. In Mubai's opinion, Mu Chen is indeed very strong. However, he is not his opponent. As a level 37 soul, he has an absolute power advantage. At this moment, he waved his hand and called the twin sisters to leave here. Swish, however, as soon as Mubai moved, he was stopped by Mu Chen. Mubai's evil eyes narrowed slightly. You admit defeat? Mu Chen asked. Yes. You can force me to use the third soul skill. I lost this game. Mubai said. Well, please show me the meaning of the word roll. Mu Chen chuckled. Chapter 25. Those who humiliate others will always be humiliated. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Well, please show me the meaning of the word get out. This paragraph of words rang in Mubai's ears, so harsh, the third prince of the Xinglua Empire was actually spoken to like this. What if I didn't? Mubai narrowed his eyes slightly. Then I can only say sorry. Beat you until you are willing to get out of here. After all, that's what you said to us before. Mu Chen smiled. Brother. Xiao Wu called softly. Xiao Wu, I said that anyone who dares to hurt you, I will definitely make them pay a heavy price. Mu Chen smiled. Are you sure? Mubai asked. I'm sure. If we are not as skilled as others today, I'm afraid we will be the ones to get out of here. Those who humiliate others will always be humiliated. Mu Chen's eyes were sharp. Looking for death. White Tiger possession. Mubai was angry. Third soul skill, White Tiger King Kong transformation. The enraged Mubai immediately used his strongest soul skill, first soul skill, White Tiger body barrier. At the same time, a milky white shield lit up around Mubai. The enraged Mubai was now at full firepower. Using the third soul skill, Mubai's speed and strength doubled. Mu Chen, relying on the Sharingan, could no longer easily dodge Mubai's attack and had to confront Mubai head-on. Bang bang bang, the two of them were in the hall, punching and kicking each other. If you are good at math, you will definitely be able to find it. Mubai forced Mu Chen to confront head-on. But almost all of his moves were blocked by Mu Chen. Instead, Mubai was beaten black and blue by Mu Chen. Half an hour later, the milky white light on Mubai's body dissipated, and his White Tiger Vajra transformation had run out of time to use. Mu Chen was not worried at all and slapped Mubai in the face. Don't hit me in the face. Mubai begged for mercy. Impossible. Mu Chen waved his palm and slapped Mubai in the face. In order to be invited into the academy by Shrek, Mu Chen also tried his best. Mubai in front of him was a good introduction. Pa-pa-pa, the crisp sound rang out in the hall. Everyone looked at Mu Chen in surprise. The scene in front of them refreshed their understanding. It turned out that the power of a person could be so powerful. After a while, Mubai's cheeks were swollen by Mu Chen's beating. It really looked like a pig's head. Do you dare to talk to us like this next time? Mu Chen asked. Mubai shook his head. Let's go. Mu Chen stood up and knew when to stop. Mubai's eyes sank. The twins before walked to his side weakly and were pushed away by Mubai. Now he was full of anger in his heart. He secretly said that he had really hit the iron plate today. The other party didn't even use his martial spirit, but he defeated him with full firepower. Wait! Mu Chen shouted. What else do you want to do? Mubai stared at Mu Chen. Could it be that Mu Chen really wanted him to get out? As a prince, Mubai couldn't do it. He clenched his hands again. If Mu Chen insisted on doing so, he must maintain the dignity of the prince and fight with Mu Chen. Give me money. Mu Chen said. Ah. Mubai looked at Mu Chen in a daze. Today, I taught you an important lesson in life, letting you know that there are mountains outside the mountains and people outside the people. Don't you want to pay? Mu Chen chuckled. Mubai was stunned and cursed himself. Why didn't he think of this when he taught people before? Not only Mubai looked stunned, but even the audience around him looked at Mu Chen in astonishment. Beating someone up and then blackmailing him in the end, such a thing, they have never heard of it. Soul power plus 1000 points. As the people around were stunned, the system helped Mu Chen harvest 1000 emotional points again. Ding dong. Congratulations, soul power is full and upgraded, current level, level 29. Mu Chen was also stunned. Just by teaching Mubai a lesson, the emotional points harvested and the soul power converted actually allowed him to upgrade by 1 level. After being stunned, his eyes were full of surprise. 5,000 gold soul coins. After paying the money, you can leave. Mu Chen said lightly. 5,000. Mubai's eyes widened, and he was stammering because he was beaten black and blue. 5,000 gold soul coins, this is enough for a family of 5 to live a comfortable life for 100 years. People were beaten and had to bleed heavily at the end. 5,000 gold soul coins are almost all the belongings of Mubai, huh? Mubai just wanted to say that he was the injured party. Of course, you can also choose to refuse. Either pay the money or show the meaning of the word roll. Mu Chen's mouth was full of a proud arc. Pay the money. You need to pay 5,000 gold soul coins. For the nobles and wealthy businessmen around, this is also a considerable amount of money. Show the meaning of the word roll. Although it is a bit insulting, just rolling can earn 5,000 gold soul coins, which seems to be a good choice. The nobles, rich second generation, and official second generation around all looked at the evil-eyed white tiger Mubai with a look of watching the fun. What choice will Mubai make? Whoosh! Mubai touched the storage soul guide on his body with his fingers, and flicked his fingers, and a money storage card was ejected in front of Mu Chen. Here are 5,000 gold soul coins. Can I go? Mubai asked. Yes. Mu Chen nodded. Hearing this, Mubai stared at Mu Chen for a while, as if he wanted to imprint Mu Chen's figure in his heart. Then, with a cold light in his evil eyes, he left here. Ding dong. Congratulations, you beat Mubai up and saved the couple's room number 1314 for Xiao Wu. You beat Mubai into a pig head, and extorted 5,000 gold soul coins from Mubai afterwards, and perfectly completed the small test of the second test of chaos. Get soul power, 70,000 points, get reward, 1 skill point, get items, 10 blasting talismans. Ding dong. Congratulations, soul power is fully accumulated and upgraded, current level, level 30. Explosion talisman, also known as the detonation talisman, is a talisman from the Naruto plane. After detonation, it can explode after a certain period of time. The power is huge, no less than the advanced fire ninjutsu released by the Jonin, but the price of the detonating talisman is relatively expensive, and it is generally not used on a large scale. There are many flexible ways to use the detonating talisman. It can be used with kunai, etc., or it can be used to set traps. Name, Mu Chen, age, 12 years old, level 30, 1000/68,000, martial soul, chaos sword, soul ring, purple, soul skill, melody of the awakening earth, roar of flames, skill point, 1 point, divine power, 1 Magatama Sharingan, self-created soul skill, 8 extreme collapse, double dark energy. Items, 10 blasting talismans, money, 30 copper soul coins, 15,000 gold soul coins. Another level up. Mu Chen's heart was full of surprises. He completed the second test of the chaos test and obtained 70,000 soul power points, which directly raised his cultivation level by a small level. Chapter 26 Brother, I'm still young. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Did you see it? This is the strength of my brother Mu Chen. Do I still need you to protect me, Brother Mu Chen? Xiao Wu smiled lightly, soul power plus 280. Because the people around him were surprised and looked at Mu Chen with a fearful look. Mu Chen harvested another 280 emotional points in one fell swoop. Mu Chen smiled slightly. Now, his soul power has reached level 30, and he is about to break through to the realm of Soul Master. The trip to the Rose Hotel actually raised his soul power by 2 levels. This is really a surprise. Perhaps because Mubai was not in the mood, the audience in the hall were all ordinary people. Therefore, Mu Chen only gained 280 emotion points this time. You can tell at a glance that this man is not a good person and deserves to be beaten. Brother Mu Chen, you must not imitate him. Xiao Wu said seriously. Ah. Mu Chen secretly gasped. Brother Mu Chen, do you also want to be as bad as him? Xiao Wu asked nervously. How could it be? There is indeed something classy about having sex with a couple. It's just that if you also play with a prostitute, it would be a loss of your identity. Mu Chen commented. Then it's settled. Xiao Wu said. What's the deal? Mu Chen asked. The women you find in the future cannot be just random women. Xiao Wu said. Ah. Mu Chen looked at Xiao Wu in astonishment and said in disbelief, You still agree to let me find another woman? Yes. I just hope that Brother Mu Chen can only have me in his heart. Xiao Wu said seriously. Xiao Wu, you are so kind. Mu Chen held Xiao Wu's hand with emotion. Xiao Wu broke away from Mu Chen's hand, picked up the key from the ground, and said, Brother, let's go check out the room. Xiao Wu, are you sure you want to stay in this hotel? Mu Chen asked. Well, it took so much effort and even paid the money. We can't help but stay. After Xiao Wu finished speaking, she stepped up the stairs of the hotel without waiting for Mu Chen's response. Arriving all the way to room 1314, Xiao Wu opened the room directly. Wow, it's so big. Xiao Wu looked at the room and trotted in. He spun around happily in the middle of the room. Entering the room, you can easily smell a faint scent of roses. In addition, the layout of the room is very unique and there is a romantic atmosphere everywhere. So many roses. Xiao Wu was surprised. Xiao Wu, if you don't like it, I'll call the hotel attendant to take all these flowers away. Mu Chen's mouth refused to obey and he spoke the original lines of the male protagonist Tang San. Xiao Wu walked up to the roses, picked up a rose, and took a gentle sniff. Said, Brother, you are really stupid. Is there any girl who doesn't like roses? How can you find a wife in the future if you are so ignorant? As Xiao Wu spoke, she used the rose in her hand as a weapon, kept pointing at Mu Chen, and forced Mu Chen all the way to the edge of the bed. Boom! Mu Chen bent his body and couldn't bear it anymore. The whole person lay on the bed. The terrible thing is that Xiao Wu still refuses to let go. His figure was slightly bent, still scolding Mu Chen. The two were so close to each other that Mu Chen could feel the hot breath from Xiao Wu's mouth on his cheeks. Boom! Mu Chen couldn't help it. Stretching out his hand, holding Xiao Wu's shoulder, he turned 90 degrees. He pinned Xiao Wu down. Ah! Xiao Wu was shocked. Mu Chen, who was teased, was like an arrow on a bowstring, and couldn't bear it any longer. Leaning towards Xiao Wu's seductive red lips. Ha! Xiao Wu's eyes widened. All this was really too sudden for her. Ding dong! Congratulations, you kissed Xiao Wu impulsively. Gained soul power, 100,000 points. Ding dong! Congratulations, you have upgraded your soul power. Current level, 31, 33,000/73,000. Ding dong! Congratulations, you have captured Xiao Wu's kiss. The system will give you an extra reward, secret skill Millennium Kill, soul power plus 666. Soul power plus 666. Soul power plus 666. Ding dong! Congratulations, you have accumulated enough soul power to upgrade. Current level, level 32, 0/79,000. In addition, Xiao Wu, who was stunned, had various strong emotions. These emotions finally made Mu Chen rise to another level. Although Mu Chen is only 12 years old now, his soul is very mature. With a strong thirst for knowledge, he continued to explore towards the legendary Garden of Eden. Mu Chen's action scared Xiao Wu and pushed Mu Chen away, as if she was afraid that Mu Chen would misunderstand. He lowered his head, his ears turned red. Explained, Brother, I'm still young. I'm still growing. Ahem. The moon is so round tonight. Mu Chen smiled incoherently. Moon. Brother, it's only daytime now. Xiao Wu said. Well, it's so bright during the day. The moon must be beautiful at night, and it must be beautiful here too. Mu Chen didn't dare to look directly into Xiao Wu's eyes, so he walked to the window sill, opened the window, and breathed heavily. Xiao Wu also fell silent. The two were speechless for a moment, and the atmosphere in the room became a little awkward. The rooms here are beautifully decorated. I found that I already like it here. Brother, can we come here more often in the future? Xiao Wu's face turned red. Even if he is the incarnation of 100,000-year soul beast, Xiao Wu still looks like a young girl in love. Her ears turned red. Mu Chen slightly said, as a man, it is really embarrassing for a man to let a girl do this. If you are timid, you will not be able to pick up girls. If you want to pick up girls, you must be brave. In Mu Chen's mind, a wise saying told to him by a close friend in his previous life rang out. Mu Chen walked to Xiao Wu's side, took Xiao Wu's hand and said, if you want to come, we can come anytime. We are hungry on the road, let's go out for a meal. After dinner, Xiao Wu and Mu Chen started shopping again. While walking, Mu Chen's feet stopped at the door of a store. The store is a little different from other stores. It's not that the store's front is small, but there is a strange sign hanging on the store. The sign is engraved with a circular mark with 3 symbols in the middle. They are a sword, a hammer, and a blue electric Tyrannosaurus Rex. Brother, what's wrong? Xiao Wu asked. Let's go to this store and take a look. Mu Chen said. There's nothing special about this shop, it's just a shop for soul masters. Xiao Wu said lightly. Go in and take a look, maybe there will be something good. Mukin took Xiao Wu's hand and walked into the shop opened by Flanders. For Mukin's second test of chaos, he needed to be invited to Shrek Academy. As for the dean of Shrek Academy, Mukin felt it necessary to meet him. The door of the shop was open, and the view inside was a little dim. There were special energy fluctuations in the room that only soul guides could have. Because it was a shop for soul masters, and it was dinner time, there was no customer in the shop. How can I be invited to the academy by Shrek Academy? In Mukin's mind, he was thinking about this question. How can he complete his second test of chaos? Chapter 27 Natural Hidden Weapon, Dragon Beard Needle. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Xiao Wu boldly entered the shop and looked around. There were some ornaments hanging on the 3 walls of the shop. A man was lying on a rocking chair. When he saw the customer coming in, he didn't mean to get up to greet him. He seemed to be selling loneliness. Brother Mukin, there is nothing valuable here. Mukin looked around and finally concluded. Well. Mukin nodded, his eyes fell on a table, and his expression suddenly shocked. Damn. Look at what Mukin saw. He actually saw a crystal. The crystal has no luster at all, poor transparency, and no color, and the texture on it is also very irregular. If it is thrown into the trash can, I am afraid that even beggars will not be willing to take it home. Plate crystal. Familiar with the storyline of Douluo, Mukin knows that this is a plate crystal that can make a natural hidden weapon dragon beard needle. Originally, Mukin just came here to walk around, thinking about how to meet Flanders and let the other party beg him to enter Shrek Academy. Mukin didn't expect that he would meet a plate crystal here. The appearance of the plate crystal also means that Tang San has not entered this shop yet, or, due to Mukin's intervention, the luck of the protagonist of the Douluo plane is gradually transferring from Tang San to Mukin. Dong, dong, dong. Mu Chen seemed to be able to hear his own heartbeat. Picking up the plate crystal, he asked, Boss, how much is this? 100 gold soul coins. Flanders said. What, 100 gold soul coins? Just this broken crystal, you still need 100 gold soul coins. You might as well go and rob it. Xiao Wu stood up for Mukin. 100 gold soul coins, it's already the cheapest price here. If you want to buy, pay up, if you don't want to buy, please leave. Flanders opened his eyes and said lightly. Okay, I'll buy it. Mukin replied. Brother Mukin, are you not sick? Xiao Wu stretched out her jade hand and touched Mukin's forehead. Mukin shook his head, signaling Xiao Wu to stop making trouble. Mukin took out a bag of gold coins from the storage soul guide and put it on the table. You don't have enough money. Now my crystal is sold for 200 gold soul coins. Flanders said lightly. Okay. Keep it. Mukin stopped Xiao Wu and quickly took out another bag of gold soul coins from the storage soul guide and put it on the table. At the same time, before Flanders changed his mind, he picked up the plate crystal on the table. I'll pay 300 gold soul coins. A crisp voice came from outside the door. Flanders, Mu Chen and Xiao Wu looked in the direction of the voice. Only to see that Tang San walked into the store at this time. 300. Flanders was stunned, looking at the plate crystal in Mu Chen's hand. His intuition told him that the inconspicuous plate crystal must be different. Tang San, what do you mean? Mu Chen asked. Boss Mu, I shouldn't have competed. It's just that I also like this crystal. If you are willing to give it up, I am willing to pay 300 gold soul coins. Tang San said. I won't sell it. Mu Chen said. 500 gold soul coins. If you pay 500 gold soul coins, I will sell this thing to you. Flanders said lightly. He was surprised. 2 of the 3 young men in front of him were great soul masters and one was a soul master. If they could be recruited into Shrek Academy, it would be a rare good thing. This thing is already mine. We just exchanged money and goods, and the transaction has been completed. It's my problem whether to sell it now. Mu Chen said with a smile, and with a thought, he put the plate crystal into the ring storage soul guide. Flanders. Tang San. Flanders and Tang San were surprised. Flanders didn't continue to speak. The transaction just now was indeed completed. He couldn't forcibly snatch the other party's plate crystal now. He fantasized that the other party would be able to join Shrek Academy in the future. Tang San was also surprised. He saw the origin of this thing. Could it be that Mu Chen also saw it? However, Tang San was full of doubts in his heart. Because in this world, there are very few people who know about plate crystals and hair crystals, almost none. Where did you get this belt? Flanders opened his eyes and looked at the belt on Tang San's waist. This is a gift from my teacher. Tang San replied. You are his disciple. Flanders was surprised and nodded immediately. He also saw through Tang San's level. With Tang San's talent, he is indeed qualified to be Yu Xiaojiang's disciple. Yeah. Tang San thought to himself that the person in front of him actually knew his teacher. However, Tang San was still more concerned about the hair crystal that Mu Chen obtained, and said, Boss Mu, please name a price. How much are you willing to sell that crystal to me? This is what I want to give to Xiao Wu. I won't sell it. Xiao Wu, let's go. Mu Chen said lightly. After speaking, he took Xiao Wu out of the shop. Along the way, Mu Chen took Xiao Wu and went straight back to the Rose Hotel. Along the way, he did not forget to buy a hammer when passing by the blacksmith shop. Brother, why are you laughing so happily? Xiao Wu looked at Mu Chen in confusion. Do you know where it came from? Mu Chen asked. Isn't it just a broken crystal? Xiao Wu replied without hesitation. No, it's not an ordinary crystal, but a hair crystal. Mu Chen replied. Fresh crystal. What is a hair crystal? Xiao Wu asked curiously. Boom, Mu Chen took out a hammer and hammered hard. The crystal broke, but there were many scene lights, drifting around. There were probably nearly 100 of them. Mu Chen waved his hand and used his soul power to collect all the gold beads in his hand. Brother, what exactly is a hair crystal? Why are you so happy? Xiao Wu asked. Some crystals are affected by the outside world, and some golden threads will be produced inside. These golden threads are extremely tough and elastic. After being injected with soul power, they can be like hair, so they are called hair gold. Crystals that can produce hair gold are called hair crystals. Ordinary hair crystals contain very little hair gold. The hair crystal we just saw contains so many gold beads, but it is the best among hair crystals, called plate crystals. Mu Chen replied. But, what is it for? Is it refined into a gold soul coin? Xiao Wu still asked in confusion. No. After the hair crystal is injected with soul power, it can form a dragon beard needle. It is a natural weapon that can specifically break the body-protecting Qi Gang. As Mu Chen spoke, he injected soul power into the golden beads formed after leaving the crystal. Under the injection of soul power, the golden beads became as small as embroidery needles. Swoosh! Mu Chen waved his hand, and the dragon beard needle in his hand flew into a chair. Bang! An incredible scene appeared. The redwood chair hit by the dragon beard needle was shattered into pieces, leaving a pile of sawdust on the ground. Such a terrifying attack power and destructive power, if it hit a person's body, it would be terrible. Chapter 28 Worry, Worry, Worry. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Brother, can we go to another city to play tomorrow? Brother, am I talking to you? Brother, what are you thinking about? Ah, Xiao Wu, what did you just say? I said, how about we go to your other city tomorrow? That Xiao Wu looked at Mu Chen, who was standing on the windowsill in a daze, and asked again. Are you tired of playing so quickly? Mu Chen asked. We have been staying in Soto City for a month. The food and fun here are delicious, and we have played there twice. I want to visit other places. Xiao Wu suggested. Of course, Xiao Wu wants to enter the academy and become the boss. However, I am worried that there will be contras in some academies, or even powerful ones at the level of title Douluo. Has it been a month already? Time flies so fast. Mu Chen said with emotion. Unknowingly, a month had passed since the two of them arrived here. During this month, Mu Chen thought of many ways, but none of them completed his second chaos test. Brother, are you worried about something? Xiao Wu asked with concern. No, maybe I'm tired from the past few days. How about we go back to Emperor Soul Village tomorrow? Mu Chen suggested. Mu Chen obtained the Chaos God exam. There is no time limit and he can complete it at any time. Xiao Wu has not yet entered a mature body, and there are still some differences from humans. For the sake of safety, Mu Chen still planned to take Xiao Wu back to the Emperor Soul Village, and wait until Xiao Wu reaches maturity and is no longer different from humans before taking her out to roam. In this life, Xiao Wu belongs to Mu Chen. Nothing can be said to make the tragedy in the storyline happen. Okay. Wherever brother goes, I will go. Xiao Wu said with a smile. It seemed that with Mu Chen by her side, she would feel satisfied even if she was just doing hard work. In the quiet night, a man knocked on the door of a shop on the street. Who is it? Flanders asked, but seeing no response from the other party, he continued to turn over and sleep. After a while, the knock on the door rang again. Who is it? Flanders frowned slightly, stood up and simply put on his clothes. I just opened the store door and looked at the person standing at the door, with an expression on his face, and said, Xiao Gang. Boss Fu, long time no see. You Xiao Jiang greeted. Xiao Gang, are you finally not hiding from me this time? Flanders raised his lips slightly, stretched out his hand, and excitedly pulled this former life and death comrade into his arms for a big hug. No, Boss Fu, if you want me not to hide from you, you need to meet a small condition of mine. Yu Xiao Jiang said sternly. What conditions? Your students have all entered my Shrek Academy. What other conditions do you have? Don't you want to rely on him to prove that you are right? Flender asked. As far as I know, there are only 6 students in Shrek Academy now. The Continental Senior Academy Elite Soul Master Competition requires 7 team members. It also requires 4 alternate members. As for students, even if no alternate members are needed, there is still one left. There's a student here. Yu Xiaojiang walked straight into Flanders' shop. The Continental High School Elite Soul Master Competition. Flanders looked stunned and immediately asked, You want students from my college to participate in the Continental High School Elite Soul Master Competition? Yes. If I want to prove myself to the world and prove that the theories I put forward are correct, the best way is to win the championship of the Elite Soul Master Competition of the continent's advanced colleges. Yu Xiaojiang nodded. Crown, champion? Flanders muttered in a stuttering tone. Yeah. Yu Xiaojiang nodded heavily. Flanders exhaled, letting his heart relax for a while, and finally reminded, Xiao Gang, you should know how fierce the competition is in every Continental Advanced Academy Elite Soul Master competition. Moreover, the final champions of this year are all from Hongjun Academy. It's very difficult to win the championship. Even though Flanders' original intention was to cultivate monsters, as the dean of the Monster Academy, Shrek Academy, he was still surprised when he heard Yu Xiaojiang's words. It's difficult to be challenging. If you don't make a sound, it will be a blockbuster. Yu Xiaojiang looked at Flanders, painted a cake for Flanders, and continued, Boss Fu, once Shrek Academy obtains the top prize in the continent, as the champion of the Academy's Elite Soul Master competition, your Shrek Academy will become famous and even become the #1 Soul Master Academy in the continent. Such hope is worth a try, that when Yu Xiaojiang said this, Flanders' eyes were filled with excitement. Wait a minute, Xiaojiang. You should understand the current situation of my college. How can a college without ratings be qualified to participate in the continent-wide Elite Soul Master competition? Moreover, our college still lacks a very important mimicry training ground. Flender reminded. I have also considered this. When the time comes, we will only need to borrow chickens to lay eggs. As far as I know, Qin Ming, a former top student at Shrek Academy, is currently serving in the Royal Academy of the Tiando Empire, and he has received the attention of the 3 professors. With his help and the strength of the teachers and students of Shrek Academy, we can reach a cooperative relationship with Tiando Royal Academy, Yu Xiaojiang said thoughtfully. Okay. Tell me, what else do you want? Flanders asked excitedly. The problem facing Shrek Academy now is the lack of the last indispensable student. Yu Xiaojiang said. Well, if a student can't even meet the admission standards of our Shrek Academy, he is not qualified for us to compete with the Spirit Hall Academy for the championship. It's hard to find a monster. Flanders said with emotion. My request is that no matter what the price, you must let a child named Mu Chen enter our Shrek Academy. Yu Xiaojiang said seriously. Mu Chen, is he also your disciple? Flanders asked. No. Yu Xiaojiang shook his head. Then he is your acquaintance? Flanders asked. No. But Xiao San's acquaintance. Xiao San. Tang San. Yes. He is staying at the Rose Hotel at the moment. Yu Xiaojiang nodded. In order to prove himself, he even found out where Mu Chen was staying. That's easy. I will go back to the academy tomorrow and take Tang San with me to invite him to join our academy. Flanders said with a smile. In addition, there is a girl named Xiao Wu beside him. Her talent is not weak either. Like Oscar from your academy, she is a soul master with innate full soul power. If possible, invite her to our academy as a substitute for the all-continent elite soul master competition. Yu Xiaojiang said again. What, innate full soul power? Flanders said in a shocked tone. Yeah. Then, what about the man named Mu Chen, is he also innate full soul power? No, his soul power is innate level 3. 3. Level 3. Flanders was stunned, innate soul power level 3, this is not excellent. On the contrary, it can be said to be bad. Soul masters with innate soul power level 3 can be found in the soul master world. Don't underestimate him. He is very strange, even I can't see through him. Some time ago, he beat Dai Mubai from your Shrek Academy into a pig head without using his martial spirit. Yu Xiaojiang reminded. What? Xiaojiang, are you telling the truth? He defeated Dai Mubai without even using his soul power. Chapter 29 Evil Fire Phoenix, Ma Hongjun. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The sun is shining high and the summer wind is blowing gently. It is a hot summer day in Soto City, and pedestrians on the streets are eager to walk through the streets without wearing anything. For men, it is natural to seek coolness. For women, naturally they want to show off their external beauty while keeping cool, but no, the women on the street were all twisting their waists and wearing cheongsam. While the body is moving, the spring light appears from time to time, which arouses the infinite fantasies of many men. Brother, have I made a mistake recently? A man and woman walked out of the bustling Soto city. The girl looked at the boy beside her who didn't look very happy, and suddenly asked weakly. No. Mu Chen smiled reluctantly. Brother, why are you always unhappy? Is it because I rejected you? Xiao Wu's face turned red, as if he had done something wrong, and lowered his head. Which one? Mu Chen asked. That's it. Xiao Wu said. What you're talking about is. Mu Chen's expression became exciting. Xiao Wu nodded, looking at Mu Chen's appearance. She became more convinced of what she was thinking. After a pause, he quickly explained, Brother, it's not that I don't want to give myself to you. It's just that my mother said that doing that too early is not good for a girl's development. It's yours, and it will be yours sooner or later. I will be yours for the rest of my life. Just one person. Can you wait until I'm 18? Ah. Mu Chen was stunned. What kind of drama was Xiao Wu singing? If you are in a hurry, then 16 is enough. Seeing Mu Chen's hesitation, Xiao Wu quickly changed her words. When I turn 16, I will give myself to you. Xiao Wu. Mu Chen moved Xiao Wu into his arms, although Xiao Wu misunderstood him. Mu Chen had a lot on his mind these days, and it wasn't because of the trivial things Xiao Wu said. But now Shrek Academy's enrollment has ended and school has started. Even if Mu Chen had 2 heads, he didn't know how to complete his second chaos exam and be invited to Shrek Academy. Ding dong. Congratulations, you triggered the chaos second test, beat up Hongjun, and saved the girl who lost her footing. Hongjun. Mu Chen listened to the sound coming from the system and felt shocked. At this time, there was no village around Mu Chen and Xiao Wu. Being familiar with Douluo's storyline, Mu Chen naturally knew that idiot would always be unable to control his evil fire and bring harm to ignorant girls. Mu Chen had just triggered a hidden mission, asking him to beat up Hongjun. How should he accomplish this? Do you want to go to Shrek Academy? At this moment, Hongjun should be at Shrek Academy. And his sweetheart is in the village next to Shrek Academy. Ma. Hong. June. Just as Mu Chen was looking around, a sweet voice like a bird's nest came from in front of them. The owner of the voice seemed very annoyed and yelled out every word angrily. I won't be with you anymore. I really can't stand you. Please let me go and don't come to me again. Peony, am I not treating you well? Could it be that you were just pretending to be happy just to show me? You are very kind to me, and I am really happy to be with you. But I really can't bear it anymore. You are too strong. We are not on the same level, so you should let me go. Again, if you go down, I might be beaten to death by you at some point. This is all caused by my martial spirit. The dean said that there will be a solution soon. Just give me a little more time. No more. Not only do I have to think about my own life, I also have to think about the safety of my family. At the entrance to Soto City, a man and a woman were chatting. The woman was wearing plain clothes, and she could tell at a glance that she was a girl from a good family, begging the man. The man was wearing clothes with red as the main color and his hair was styled in a Mogan Western style. He was so chubby that it really made people worry whether his future wife would be crushed to death by him, Hongjun. Mu Chen was stunned. Being familiar with Douluo's storyline, he knew that the man in front of him was Hongjun, the evil fire phoenix. The cause of the matter is already obvious. Hongjun's martial spirit cannot be controlled. When he sees a beautiful woman, he will have evil fire. This causes his martial spirit to appear involuntarily from time to time, causing harm to the people and environment around him. Right now, that young girl from a good family must have had to break up with Hongjun because of Hongjun's martial arts spirit. However, listening to the conversation between the two of them, it makes people feel that there seems to be another reason for the matter. That's wrong. Mu Chen was surprised and thought to himself, at this time, the girl Hongjun is pursuing should be called a Tsuehua girl. Why was this girl called Peony just now? Stop. While Mu Chen was stunned, Xiao Wu had already spoken out as in the storyline. As a rabbit, Xiao Wu can accept other people's 3 wives and 4 concubines, but she will never accept men forcing love or playing with prostitutes. Seeing that the woman didn't like Ma Hongjun, and that Ma Hongjun was still trying to tease the woman, Xiao Wu couldn't stand it anymore. Oh, what a beautiful girl. Ma Hongjun's eyes were lewd, looking at Xiao Wu's cute appearance that was so cute that she wouldn't pay for her life. The evil fire showed signs of rising, and he teased, "Do you want to replace her and be my girlfriend?" "Yes, no problem, I agree." Fart. Xiao Wu rushed forward, interrupted Ma Hongjun's hand-pulling mutant, and shouted, "You little hooligan, you are so young and you still want to rob the girl in broad daylight. If you want to pursue someone, at least you have to get their consent. This is our business, don't mind your own business. I don't need you to care about which woman I want to play with. Go to a cool place. If you piss me off, I'll make you pay for it." Ma Hongjun was angry, pointing his finger at Xiao Wu. "You!" Xiao Wu was furious, with her hands on her hips. "Who are you going after?" Mukin stepped forward and saw Xiao Wu being bullied, and walked in front of Ma Hongjun. "Whoever meddles in my business, I'll go after him." Ma Hongjun said proudly. Swoosh. Mu Chen swung his foot and kicked towards Ma Hongjun. Ma Hongjun had been prepared for a long time, and he moved to avoid Mukin's attack. "Haha, how about it, you can't hit me, right? You want to use me to show off in front of your girl, sorry, you got the wrong person." Ma Hongjun laughed proudly. "Really?" Mukin said lightly. As soon as he finished speaking, Mukin stepped forward and swept his leg towards Ma Hongjun. Banged up. Ma Hongjun blocked with both hands, but the impact of Mukin's leg still kicked Ma Hongjun and slid 5 meters on the ground. Ma Hongjun was shocked and said disdainfully, "No wonder you dare to meddle in my business, it turns out you are also a soul master. Since you two don't know what's good for you, let me show you what strength is." Phoenix Possession. Chapter 30, Xuan-level low-level fighting skill, blowing fire palm. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ma Hongjun stepped on it, and 2 yellow soul rings lit up under his feet. "Phoenix!" Xiao Wu exclaimed, as the incarnation of the 100,000-year-old soul beast soft bone rabbit. Xiao Wu knew that the phoenix was a powerful being that could be compared with the dragon. Phoenix is also known as the colorful bird. A soul master who possesses the phoenix spirit can not only give the owner the ability to fly, but also give the owner the ability to attack with fire attributes. It is the best among powerful combat spirits. The next second, Xiao Wu couldn't help laughing. Looking at Ma Hongjun, who was covered in flames, he mocked, "Phoenix? Is there such a big phoenix? In my opinion, this martial spirit of yours should be called Turkey." "What did you say? Who did you call a turkey?" Ma Hongjun was angry, and the soul power in his body surged out. The first soul-skilled phoenix fireline that Ma Hongjun spit out a stream of flames from his mouth, and the flames attacked Xiao Wu. After flying a distance of more than 10 meters, the flames strangely condensed into a red turkey. The turkey is alive and standing on the ground. Its appearance brought with it a searing wave of air that swept around. "Haha, that's it." Xiao Wu looked at the turkey in front of him mockingly. "Let you taste the wrath of the phoenix." Ma Hongjun smiled proudly and snapped his fingers in a pretentious manner. "Be careful." Mu Chen exclaimed urgently, reaching out to wrap his arms around Xiao Wu's weak and boneless waist, hugging Xiao Wu and keeping away from the turkey. Bang, the violent factor contained in the turkey exploded ferociously. A searing wave of air swept around, and the explosion caused the ground to sink downwards. The terrifying flame temperature burned the ground into a charred black color. Although the temperature of Ma Hongjun's flame is extremely high, it can even be compared with the beast fire of Doupo Plain. But the attack distance is very limited, only 5 meters away. Mu Chen hugged Xiao Wu and easily dodged Ma Hongjun's blow. "Why, aren't you proud now?" "Don't worry, it's not over yet." Ma Hongjun said proudly. Second soul-skilled phoenix bathed in fire, the second soul ring around Ma Hongjun lit up with yellow light. The surrounding temperature increased by about 30%, call. Ma Hongjun stepped close to Mu Chen and spurted a red flame from his mouth, call out. Mu Chen stepped hard with the soles of his feet and his body formed a round shape, approaching Ma Hongjun in a roundabout way. Wherever Mu Chen's body goes, Ma Hongjun's flames will follow. 5 meters, 0.4 meters, 0.3 meters, tornado kick. Bang. That eye in the blink of an eye, Mu Chen, who was able to get close to him, kicked Ma Hongjun out with a whirlwind kick. The first soul skill Phoenix Fireline. Ma Hongjun, who was raised, wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. He repeated his old skill and used his first soul skill, and a phoenix flew towards Mu Chen. Before the phoenix could fly 5 meters away, Mu Chen had already appeared behind Ma Hongjun. What's wrong? Ma Hongjun secretly exclaimed something bad. Mu Chen's speed was completely different from his. Boom. Bang. First, Ma Hongjun was kicked out by Mu Chen again, and then Ma Hongjun's first soul skill exploded. Only this time, the direction where Ma Hongjun was kicked out by Mu Chen happened to be the direction where Mu Chen was originally standing. In other words, Ma Hongjun's first soul skill not only failed to attack Mu Chen, but instead attacked himself. Ah! Ma Hongjun screamed. The body was hit by the shock wave of the explosion and flew towards the outside. Boom! Because Ma Hongjun flew out upside down and landed on his butt, his face turned pale in pain and he looked at Mu Chen in confusion. Ma Hongjun never dreamed that one day, he would be injured by his own soul skill. Are you convinced? Mu Chen asked. Ah. Ma Hongjun's eyes were dull, and he had not yet recovered from the shock. He was actually injured by his own soul skill. What, are you not convinced? Mu Chen's eyes narrowed slightly as he looked at Ma Hongjun and moved closer to Ma Hongjun. You, wait for me. Ma Hongjun knew that he was no match for Mu Chen. Seeing Mu Chen approaching, he immediately got up from the ground and ran towards Shrek Academy. Ding dong. Congratulations, you have completed the hidden mission, the second quiz of the Chaos God exam. Reward Soul Power, 8,000 points, Reward Skill Point, 1 point, Reward Combat Skill, Fire Blowing Palm. Blowing Fire Palm, coming from the Doupo plane, it is a low-level Xuan-level fighting skill that can create powerful wind pressure through Do Chi, soul power. Damn it, Suihua ignores me, and Peony can't stand me now. Is the evil fire coming up and asking me to find Ruhua? Thinking of what happened today, Ma Hongjun angrily kicked away the small stones on the roadside. Ma Hongjun felt sick at the thought of Ruhua's appearance. If he was really asked to find Ruhua, it would be better for him to be burned by evil fire and die. Ma Hongjun had already decided in his heart that he must call his boss Dai Mubai and teach Mu Chen a lesson. Hey, Teacher Zhao. Before he had gone far, Ma Hongjun met Zhao Wuji from Shrek Academy on the path back to Shrek Academy. Who are you? Do I know you? Zhao Wuji asked. Teacher Zhao, I am Ma Hongjun. Ma Hongjun said. Ma Hongjun. Zhao Wuji looked Ma Hongjun up and down, looked at him for a while, and asked, did you go to dig coal? How did you end up like this? Ma Hongjun. Ma Hongjun was confused. He was injured by your own soul skill. A man wants to save face and cannot say anything. Teacher Zhao, I was beaten. Ma Hongjun said. Who dares to beat you like this? You didn't bully some girl again and get beaten by her family, did you? Zhao Wuji said lightly. Teacher Zhao, this time it wasn't her family that beat you. It was a young man who beat you. Ma Hongjun said. How old is the young man? Zhao Wuji asked. About my age. About your age, and he beat you like this? Yes. No way, you are a little monster in my Shrek Academy. Among your peers, except Dai Mubai, who can beat you like this? Come on, after all, you are also a student of my Shrek Academy. As the vice president of the academy, I will get you back. Zhao Wuji said with a slight smile. Some time ago, Zhao Wuji was beaten by Haotian Douluo Tang Hao. He was holding back a bad temper in his heart and really wanted to find fault with him. Unexpectedly, he encountered such a thing. Teacher Zhao, are you serious? Ma Hongjun said in surprise. Nonsense, daring to hit a student of Shrek Academy, you simply don't take Shrek Academy seriously. Come on, take me there, I'll teach him a lesson for you. Zhao Wuji smiled evilly. After a while, under the leadership of Ma Hongjun, Mu Chen and Xiao Wu who were going back to Emperor Soul Village were found. Teacher Zhao, that's him. Ma Hongjun blocked Mu Chen's way and pointed at him, Zhao Wuji. Mu Chen looked at the man, with a strong back and strong waist. There was a bare head on his belt, his muscles bulged, and there were tattoos on his body. There was only one person in Shrek Academy who could be called Teacher Zhao by Ma Hongjun. That was Akalanatha Zhao Wuji. New book, starting with taking off Bibi Dong's heart, Douluo, starting in the city of slaughter, flesh becomes saint, starting as a title Douluo, Wuhuan Jianfeng, it's bad, I can't hide the fact that I'm a title Douluo.